Come on, you guys. There are versus battles to be discussed.
Which one y'all want to start with?
There's one to be discussed.
Yeah, there's a versus to be.
And let me just tell you guys. Let me.
There's one to be discussed and one to
Let
kind
me
of
start
gloss
this
over.
with, and that's why, are people doing this on purpose? I'm not answering this. Oh, that was my kid. I'll answer that. Oh, he's not gonna call twice. Nigga, get out of here. All right, here we go. And that's why God has the best sense of humor, right? Mm-hmm. Because the way that we plan on things going and the way things actually go are never the same. So I'll start with my very stupid human take of what my plans were.
Okay.
My plans were to not watch
Bounty Killer and Beenie Man.
Bounty Killer and Beenie Man. I wasn't gonna watch it because stupid me didn't want to fucking feel the vibes alone and get horny alone. Because that music makes me horny alone. Okay. Like,
I didn't know that's what it does to you, but okay.
I mean, at least you know yourself.
I will press up against the girl when that stuff comes on.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's what
you was pressed up against
That's
the
what
counter?
I'm saying, yeah. Against the island. Talking about, you're none of them.
You're none of them.
Yo, what is this? Get this bullshit
You're
out of here.
none of them.
So I wasn't going to watch this. I was going to skip this because I didn't need all the verses, right? I was going to sit this one out Saturday night, chill, and then Monday, holiday, Memorial Day, double back, R&B head that I am, and totally listen to Jagged Edge versus 112, something we've seen Beyonce's internet fight about for the last 20 years.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that was the plan. Mm-hmm. Somehow, Saturday night, I took a nap and woke up right in time for these two icons. Mm-hmm. And that was the best night of my life.
Big facts.
Yo.
Big facts.
Yeah.
Nah, we got to do a carnival right now.
I told you.
Yeah.
I told you what that was going to be.
Nah, grab your carnival outfit. For what we doing, man?
I told
Maul
you.
What tribe we repping?
Maul definitely got feathers in the crib.
Yeah, for sure. I got a carnival.
Yeah,
for sure.
open sesame.
Yeah. I got carnival attire for sure. Yeah.
Yo, that was amazing.
Yeah, it was really good.
That was wow. Like, where do you want to start? That's how wow it was.
Let's start.
And I don't have 40 minutes to verses. We have a pod to do.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We can start with them being together because obviously the cases
Wow.
in Jamaica are not as crazy as they are up here, and they could be together.
Right.
But that's what changed the whole thing for me. Once I saw it said go to Versus TV for it, and I saw the two DJ setups, and I said, oh, this is going to be much different.
Yeah.
The sound is going to be amazing.
Flawless.
These two together are going to be amazing. The mic sounded perfect. The music
that shit in
sounded
the
perfect.
bigs.
They performed as those two perform all the time. They literally were rapping everything perfect. I couldn't think of a better performance that this could ever be set up on Instagram.
Yeah.
But this is
Period.
what they do, though. This is what,
Yeah.
the people in the Caribbean.
Regular
this is
day
a
for
clash.
them.
Yeah, this is a clash. They've done
They
this
had
before.
on the same suit.
Yeah.
Split up though.
Top
Yeah.
and bottom.
No. They bought it together. One wore the pants, one wore the blazer.
That's fly.
Once I saw
That's
that,
unity right
I
there.
said,
Yeah.
uh-oh.
Yeah.
Streets ain't ready for this. And then, like, so many different things to just observe during this shit. The fact that these two were together, like Rory said.
It's a big thing for a lot of things. Them being together and those two being friends after everything that happened is insane.
Yeah.
Well, that was the big thing my whole life, is that these two niggas hated each other.
Many deaths behind these two.
Yeah, now I don't know all the details involved in that.
Nor do we need to speak about them.
I just knew, all right, these two niggas hate each other. And I wasn't sure how a versus would look with two people in the same spot. Great. I'll be honest with you.
It's a much better
But the
experience.
Wi-Fi was great. The microphones are way better than ours in America. The energy was amazing. Their lungs are better than ours.
Facts.
Like,
Because they perform for
they
real.
freestyle better than us.
Word.
Yeah.
They did like
That's
4
a fact.
songs just freestyling.
That might have been my favorite part. When I
Yeah.
looked up and I said, "Hey, what song is this?" And then somebody else said, "No, that ain't no song.
Yeah, nah, freestyle.
This is some new shit right
They just
here.
went in.
They just doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they do.
They were passing it back and forth. The cops came.
And they say, yo, 500,000 people, don't be that guy.
Yeah.
It's a real clash. That was a real clash. We
And
witnessed.
because they're just so used to not stopping. Like, I feel like in America, DJ sets, there's so much stopping, there's so much talking. Like, they literally never stop.
I know they could have did this for
yeah.
12 hours.
When we
I wish
spoke
they
about it
would've,
before,
kinda.
I was like, I think they're going to do 100 records. I
Yeah.
don't think they'll just do 20, but they did
Yeah.
end up doing 20.
Yeah.
But that shit could have kept going.
It
For
was just
much
it was just fun to see because going into it, a lot of people felt like the dance hall thing was going to be a little different. It was like, oh, what are we gonna?
I didn't know that
witness?
I didn't know that was exactly what we needed.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was the
Absolutely.
break that I needed.
That energy.
The Versus break.
Yeah. Because it didn't even feel like we was watching Versus.
It wasn't
anymore.
Versus.
No,
Nah, it was a show.
It was a show. We watched the show, and
But
I had fun watching
now,
it.
granted, let's slow down, and this will bring us back to our conversation about 5 records being a lot.
Thank you, Scream Man.
And Alex, you good?
Is that from Safari's OnlyFans?
No, you do that at your podcast, all right? You don't just get to implement your thinking here. Fuck. These two gentlemen now probably have 3,000 records.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Without question.
yeah.
Like,
And then the freestyle is nonstop. They can do that all night.
I'm telling you, I think y'all take for granted
No, I didn't.
people with the catalog to be able to do some of this stuff.
No, but I think that's what this is highlighting. This highlights, I think, people with extensive catalogs, and it is highlighting the fact that these artists they have a lot of records, and they have a lot of records that we may have forgotten about, and
Now.
a lot of big records as well.
Now, my brain is weird. I think some of you have been listening to this long. Oh, shout out to we don't even shout niggas out no more, man. Shout out to our Spotify listenership. Shout out to our YouTube viewership. Shout out to our first and last time listeners. Shout out to the essential workers. Shout out to the creatives. Shout out to the people that find themselves in a bit of a bind. This too shall pass. And now, where was I? All right, now, if you've been listening to this long enough, you know that my brain is a little weird, and sometimes I get from A to Z with no rhyme or reason. But it makes sense in my head. And in hindsight, now that these battles have passed, this probably was the worst battle to put before Jagged Edge and 112.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you what I'm thinking. Part of the allure with this versus stuff is none of us mortal human beings can really say much about the people that are performing because they are the most accomplished. They are as accomplished as they come.
To be on this platform right now at its current moment, yes, you have to be a different type of artist with a different type of catalog.
20 records separates classes. And that's what
Yeah.
I was saying to y'all before about we have it written as a topic that we're going to get back to. Joe says that the versus shit is a ego check for certain artists. I don't think that's such a hot take.
No,
I think
I
that
don't think so at all.
artists live on fronts and facades and with fake male machismo and all this shit.
And highlights.
But you niggas know, highlight reels.
And
Highlight reels,
and,
exactly.
and a lot of artists live within just their fan base.
That too. Pretend though. Them niggas know. Like y'all niggas be knowing. Like fucking
Yeah, you see 200 comments on your IG about how amazing you are, but that's not exactly how the rest of the world feels or knows anything that you put out.
Right.
And it's great. You're still making your money. I don't want to. This isn't a case of shitting on them. But
All
when
of-
it comes to this platform,
all of the people that have performed thus far, in my opinion, are very different, and that difference is on full display. Lil Jon and T-Pain. Lil Jon, it don't take long to see that he's very different. If you watch T-Pain has a house that's just garages for cars, and they built transformers and stuff in there. All that weird shit that niggas with money be doing.
Yeah.
T-Pain does
Just
that.
run out of shit
If
to
you
do.
just watch T-Pain in his spare time, he has one of those driver video games with like a movie screen, and he's just a weirdo. But he's rich.
Right.
So what I'm saying is he's
become a
made it.
weirdo.
He do what the fuck you want to do. Neo and Jonte, look at those guys put on a fucking show of beautiful skin. Like, nigga, skins is good. Ludacris, Nelly, just all of these people. Now, fast forward a little bit. 112 Jagged Edge. Just as I had feared before this shit happened, I don't know if all these niggas is fly. That's a big deal for me.
Meaning that they fuck with each other, they cool with each other, or
Yeah.
I knew 112 wasn't fly because I pay attention to 112. I bought their last 2 albums. No, the new ones.
Yeah, I know.
They've been doing interviews. They've been fighting over the name and the trademark. Everybody doesn't know that, but I do. So when they announced this, I said, it's not quite the same.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If y'all are not going to be celebrated, because I do believe this is a celebration of sorts.
Absolutely.
If y'all are beefing amongst each other, how can I fully come to the table and celebrate y'all?
Right.
Jagged Edge look mad at each other.
Think so?
I think that Jagged Edge is cool, so they're gonna always look cool. And when you look cool, you run the risk of maybe looking mad to somebody.
I think they was just high, chilling.
No, I think they were uninterested in. I
They
don't want to say
want to
mad,
battle
but
two of these dudes.
they had no.
It's 2 of you.
The energy from both sides showed that they wasn't really into this.
Yeah, but what also showed to me, and listen, 112 is my guys. Jagged Edge is my guys. Like, these are my guys. And let me preface this again. I'm not the authority on anything. You know, the
Right.
people just chime into the pot. He thinks he's an authority. I don't know shit. But this, to me, what was on display here wasn't the greatness and the place in our hearts that we all hold 112 and Jagged Edge. I watched 112. They all weren't there. The other 2 members put out a press release saying, hey, we're not going to
Yeah,
be
they let everybody
present.
know they wouldn't be there.
Yeah, and that they're in the middle of a legal dispute right now.
Yeah, it just didn't. This one didn't hit the same.
I thought it was,
And
canceled.
that's outside
I'll be
of
honest
the
with you.
that's outside of the audio issues.
Yeah.
That's outside of 112 not playing Dance With Me. Or did they play Dance With Me?
They did.
There's
I thought
one of
so.
them. They didn't play fucking Sweet Love.
I cut it off, so I can't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
say.
I didn't. I don't even know the record.
You
they
should
played.
cut it off. They don't play Sweet Love. That's the other thing, man. I hate some of you artists that don't know your
Oh
catalog.
yeah, wow, they didn't. That's nuts.
And they played the Mobb Deep
That's-
record.
But we knew they would play.
I
that.
saw all the ads after that.
I didn't
Oh,
know that you would play that and not play Sweet Love.
Sweet Love is like to the later rounds too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Let
should
alone
be
not-
at the end.
yeah, let alone not playing it. Like, it should be in the later rounds.
Let me
That's
look
nuts.
Jagged Edge over here. See, Jagged Edge, they wasn't gonna not play Wednesday Lover, Promise. Let me see, Goodbye. See, they know their catalog.
Yeah, of course.
Gotta play the Nivea joint. Go ahead, Jagged Edge. That was a joint.
This could have been a great battle. Had these 2 groups, I feel, really were into doing this outside of what they felt about the other group, just within their own internal bullshit. And then, the obvious one, the sound was fucking hard. It was like unbearable.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I clicked in. I heard we're having audio issues. I'm gonna play you the new joint. I said, all right, I'm cool.
Yeah, you can't
Clock
play new
out.
music
Yeah.
at the Versuz. We're
good.
not here for the new music.
I'm not here for the bad audio.
Well, what do you think?
the new songs.
Well, what do you gentlemen, Parks, you in particular, because you're audio man, what do y'all think about? Swizz and Tim said that they have equipment that they send out to every participant. Who uses it and who doesn't is a different thing. They've also said that if you do not use the equipment moving forward, you cannot participate.
There's no guarantee
Listen, all right.
that the equipment will give you good results. Is number one. Some of them have lag time. Some of them don't. I don't know about the particular roll-in thing that they're using or whatever. But there's no guarantee that you're going to do it right. You still need someone to walk them through it. And if it doesn't work good, unplug it. Find a sweet spot in the room with the phone, the monitors, the speakers at a right level. Because sometimes that's what's best, is no equipment at all. Just putting it in a good spot where you can hear it, where it's not distorting, and it'll be cool.
Right.
And then on top of it, it's not even necessarily an equipment thing. I think it's an Instagram thing. I really think that they need to find a new venue. I think Instagram throttles the audio, compresses it or whatever, and it fucks it up once you get more than one person on
Yeah.
the screen.
I mean, I saw the report or headline, whatever it was, that Swizz and Tim have been turning down millions for this to go to another platform. So obviously there's something internal that they're trying to figure out that they think is best for this. So I think in the meantime, they're trying to keep the community, but you guys may need to make a move relatively soon because you're going to lose the community the more this happens.
Yeah.
And you're gonna lose the
I
community
don't-
the more that you put these type of battles together. Because then who you gonna have battle on your new platform?
Well, that's just a question I'll just ask y'all in a broader sense. How long, and I'm asking each of you, how long do you need to actually act upon proof of concept?
It depends on what you're producing.
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
something like this. Because if you move to a platform where now they give you however millions of dollars, it's gonna come down to like, okay, which artists are you gonna have like do this now because you're using so many big names on this Instagram platform. After this, it's like, okay, so now you want to try to get Beyonce to do this? She's not going to do that,
I mean,
obviously.
there's plenty of artists
I think access changes
There's
things
plenty
a
of
bit,
artists that
Joe.
what?
that could do this. I mean, yeah, we've seen a lot of big name artists, but there's enough artists that you could continue
sure.
to do this for.
Just with a lesser audience with their catalogs,
Yeah.
which is fine. But I think access means a lot to starting a platform and proof of concept. Because if someone out of nowhere just started this, had to build it up, like, all right, maybe eventually one day they'll get the bigger people, someone's not going to invest the same they would to a Swizz and Tim, who have proven they can get the best of the best and probably will continue to do so. So I understand them holding out to find the right place. But as everyone in this room is probably the main consumer and is still kind of over this shit. Like, we all would sit through this because, one, we love R&B, we love battle shit, we're Instagram users, we have a podcast where we have to talk about it, we love to debate music, and even we're sitting here like, I'm not sitting through this, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
On a holiday. I'm just not doing it.
At the very least,
So
they
how much more time are you going to give this before the audio sounds good?
They need to seriously invest in a team that is experts with.
Yes, I can.
Swizz, this is Joe Budden from the
what's-
Joe
what the
Budden
fuck?
podcast. How
That
you
sounded
feel?
like
How you
Swizz.
feeling, my guy?
Shit, I'm still recovering from Jamaica.
Oh my god! See, and that right there is the problem. You just totally skipped that 112 Jagged Edge shit. All of us are still recovering from Jamaica.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
That was amazing, man. That was everything that this shit is supposed to be about, and I want to thank you for it. Now, on the flip side of that, I listen. We're live on air, so I'm gonna ask you the tough question, man. When are we getting this shit the fuck off of Instagram?
That's the question.
Yeah.
You see they sending out now the shit. The shit where it's like, all right, you're playing music that you don't own, we're gonna shut you down.
One day at a time. You know what I'm saying? One day at a time. You know, because at the end of the day, nobody was feeling like that with the reggae joint. You know what I'm saying? So it fluctuates. One day, people are cool with us keeping it on Instagram, and another day, people are feeling like, when are you getting that the fuck off of Instagram? You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, we got to make the best decisions because the people like what they like, although there's certain things that they don't like, but you know, people like what they like. So, you know, we got to follow what the zone is, and we got to make the best decision if we was to take it off. That's not like a overnight decision as people think it is.
I think you could have it both ways, though. I think you could multicast. You could do it somewhere else, but still have it going to Instagram at the same time.
Nah, that don't work. Instagram don't support third parties. That's why I like, if you go through your Twitch into Instagram, the quality is horrible. And so you can go as a DJ as one screen, but what you can't do is two screens. Notice that you had all of the glitches and problems when there's two people on the screens.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Now add some music to that. Now you're in big trouble. You see what I'm saying? So they didn't open up. There's a way that they can do it, but they just chose not to allow third parties to be integrated. So that's a hard part.
All right, well, this is all I will say on that. Some of us get conflicted, right? Because we want to support, and let me start with, I think that you are about to start the revolution. I hope that I stick around to see it, but I do think that the conversations that are about to come about from this simple shit right here, like you doing something on the love and passion of the music, and then Instagram/Facebook attempting to monopolize it, is something that we should have talked about for a long time ago. Us not owning our own music to be able to do with it whatever we like, those are conversations that should have been taking place a long time ago. Me and you have spoken privately, so you know how I give it up on this topic. You don't have to say too much about it here, but just know
Facts.
we support that.
Facts.
And that's,
Appreciate that.
That's all I got. Other than that, you guys got anything for this guy?
No, I mean, what do you think the ideal situation, obviously not name or brand we're talking about, the ideal situation for Versuz?
You know, just like when Instagram started, you know, it was messing up, it was crashing. You know, you have to go through these different obstacles to get it right. One thing that I do like is that we built a now worldwide brand without, you know, with some of the best technology that's in that particular space. You understand? So to go out and build what we've been on is hundreds of millions of dollars, right? And Versuz is still 100% African American owned at the end of the day, right? And so in order for us to make bigger changes, do bigger things, we had to get it to the level of where it's getting to now, right? Because before it was just some hype and people had numbers counted on the days and things like that. You know, you got to have a real proof of concept. Now we got all of the analytics. We got, you know, even with this past week with what we did, that was almost, 2 billion impressions. So now we have a real proof of concept in what we have, and me and Tim got to stay business on it and can't get caught up into the hype, because like, say like the Jamaican battle, like the phones is crazy with all type of opportunities, but the type of opportunities we looking for is a type of opportunity that we don't need to look for nothing else, period. Like when Beats went to like Apple at that time, you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't have to do no more moves. Right. You see what I'm saying? And so our thing is be patient, keep giving them giving the people what they want. Are we going to have some issues? Yeah. Do people listen all the time? Nah. You know what I'm saying? Like we send out the kit. There's 4 sound checks that happened before, but for some reason, when it becomes time to be showtime, people start like doing different things, and that's what the results we get when people do that. You understand? So now we making it mandatory that you got to use the kits.
Swizz, who did you have winning the 112 battle?
I had Atlanta winning first. I had Atlanta and the culture and the people winning first, and then I had I think it was by 2 points, 112.
Got it.
By 2 points. And I feel like a lot of that had to do also with Jagged Edge sound too. That probably had me feeling like that. So that's what people got to understand. Your sound gonna sway your vote. So you got to take your sound serious. And the guys in the group, they didn't have nothing to do with their sound. They showing up and doing what they need to do. You understand? But at the end of the day, it's a real show. And if you look at Jamaica, they took that thing serious.
But that's what they do. That class shit is what they do. This is not new to them at all.
They went crazy.
Jamaican sound systems are legendary.
I think I need another one of them, Swizz. I need another Jamaican joint.
Oh yeah, we got that. That cracked it open for what we wanted to do globally. We wanted to ease into representing different sides of the culture. And so I was like, me and Tim was like, Memorial Days are great. Like they don't have what they used to have. Like the Caribbean don't have the vibe that they used to going out and celebrating. So we could bring that in at this time right here. And so the energy was just on 2 trillion, and the showmanship, they bought extra generator. They bought an extra, thing for their own server for their Wi-Fi. Because I can't lie, like I was worried about the Wi-Fi.
And they got rid of the cops in one sentence. One sentence. That's a fact. You really want to be that guy?
You really want to be that
500,000 people.
Man.
Listen, that was crazy. That one was one for the books, man. Thank you. We look forward to the next one. I didn't mean to disturb you. Hope you're not too busy over there. But
I'm just waking up. I had to big early 5 o'clock in the morning, homeschool, daddy school zone. So I took a nap. So I'm back up for action.
And can I just say while I got you here, because we was just talking about the shit that the millionaire niggas do that's weird. Y'all know Swizz got that big ass museum shit like in his living room, right?
Yeah.
That's such a flex.
That's fly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's what he do.
He goes. This nigga just skates around. I can't believe nobody has said anything about this. Swizz, we love you, King.
All right, blessing. I appreciate the support, guy.
You know, bro.
Swizz.
All right.